So please join me in welcoming Secretary of State Ken Bennett.
Thank you, Hilda. Thank you. It's good to be with you. Before I sing a song to honor our veterans, I just want to tell you about a couple things going on in the Secretary of State's office. All around the state, people ask me, what does the Secretary of State do? Well, one of the things we do is elections. And yeah, we oversee elections, but we don't run the elections. Each county has an elections director. County recorder does the voter registration. But one of the things that we're doing in Arizona right now is we're fighting a lawsuit that is challenging Arizona's right, as the people voted a few years ago, to make sure that a person is a U.S. citizen in order to register to vote. That was challenged in the courts about 4 or 5 times, and Arizona won all of those times until last year. And there was a committee of 3 judges from the 9th Circuit. The 9th Circus ruled that Arizona cannot require people to show documentation of being a citizen in order to register to vote. So fortunately, through Attorney General Horn's office and my office, we are challenging that. We have challenged it at the full body of the 9th Circuit. We hope we're going to win. Even if we do win, we expect that the other side will challenge it to the U.S. Supreme Court. So we are going to do whatever it takes, including go all the way to the Supreme Court, to make sure that in Arizona, if you want to register to vote, you simply have to prove that you're a citizen of the United States and a resident of our state. You also have to be alive, too. Yeah. They don't understand that concept in Chicago and a few other places. But in fact, I heard Senator Kyle a few weeks ago. He was speaking at a luncheon. He says when he dies, he wants to be buried in Chicago because he wants to keep voting thereafter. Alrighty. Well, now I want to tell you a little fun little story about a project that our office is kind of in charge of. We kind of took it on our own through a former colleague at the House of Representatives down in Phoenix. We have identified the last remaining gun barrel from the battleship USS Arizona. There is one gun barrel from the USS Arizona still in existence, but it's sitting in a naval storage yard back in Maryland. So we contacted the Navy to see if we could bring this gun barrel to Arizona and fix it up, paint it up, and put it next to the anchor and the masthead that we have from the USS Arizona there at the Capitol Mall. And it was kind of funny. We asked this gentleman right here. He's in charge of all of the old things that came off the ships, and I asked him if we could bring it out to Arizona. He said, oh my goodness, it's the last one that we have. I'm not sure that we want to let our last one go, even though it's sitting out in a yard rusting for the last 50 years. He says, I don't know if we want to let the last gun barrel from the Arizona gun go, but would you like one from the USS Missouri, he says. We have 8 of those, he said. And I said, well, I appreciate your kind offer, but this is Arizona. And then the thought occurred to me that the USS Arizona was the flagship of the Pacific Fleet at the beginning of the war. And then the Missouri was the flagship at the end of the war. That's why they signed the surrender of the Japanese on the Missouri in Tokyo Bay. So I said, with all due respect, we would like one of each. And we'll put one on one side of the anchor as a symbol of the beginning of the war. And we'll put the other on the other side as a symbol of the end of the war. And we'll have the Arizona and the Missouri together, just like at Pearl Harbor now. You have the Arizona Memorial, and moored right next to it is the USS Missouri. So he says, ooh, I like that idea. You're thinking big now. I think I can get behind that idea. So typical federal government, if you ask for one something, the answer is no. If you ask for 2 of them, yeah, we can do that. If I'd have asked for 6 of them, we'd have had them 3 weeks ago. But anyway. So to make this long story short, which I haven't, I apologize. We have submitted an application. We've been approved to receive the last remaining gun barrel from the USS Arizona. It is 54 feet long and weighs 70 tons. It shoots a 14-inch shell, 13.5 miles. We could use that on the border, maybe. And then we're getting one from the USS Missouri. It's a 16-inch barrel, 68 feet long, weighs 140 tons. And we are going to be getting those. Now we're trying to get these gun barrels for the December 7th celebration or anniversary of Pearl Harbor, which is the 70th anniversary this year. When I spoke at that event last year, there were 4 still living sailors from the USS Arizona who attended in person. But we're losing our World War II veterans at the rate of 1,000 a day nationwide. So we want to get these guns brought to Arizona, hopefully have them there by December 7th for the anniversary. We don't know if we'll have the foundations in place to set them on in their final resting place. If we have to, we'll do that on Centennial Day next February when Arizona celebrates its 100th anniversary. So between this December and next February, we hope to have these guns permanently displayed at the Capitol. And we hope that you'll come down and see those. Okay. Speaking of, Hildy asked me to bring the guitar and sing a song. Now, normally I sing some funny satirical songs that I used to sing when I was at the legislature that poked fun of the craziness that happens at the state legislature. One year it was to the tune of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. That fits perfectly for the wreck of the state legislature. One year it went like, this was Napolitano's first year. It went like this, the legend lives on from the Papago on down of the nut house they call the state capitol. As Leibowitz, he was a talk show host down in Phoenix. As Leibowitz has said, 90 dwarfs all brain dead, while he tries not to sound like a liberal. On the opening day, we heard the governor say, the Republicans aren't worth a quarter. Now she's queen of the hill, and she's learned this from Bill Clinton. She'll fix everything by executive order. Anyway, it goes on from there. That's, okay. U.S. Senator Orrin Hatch wrote a poem entitled Morning Breaks on Arlington. It's kind of a soft, solemn song, so it might be hard to hear in a picnic like this, but I'm going to sing it. Hopefully they'll turn the mics up loud enough that you can hear it. And I'm singing this to honor all of our veterans, especially those that gave the ultimate sacrifice to preserve and protect the freedoms that we enjoy. This is Morning Breaks on Arlington. Senator Hatch from Utah wrote the words. A friend of his wrote the music. It goes like this. Morning breaks on Arlington, warmed by rays of golden sun, and all who pause in homage there feel the soft hush in the air. Those who love their liberty bow the head and bend the knee, and from their hearts they breathe a silent prayer. Thank God for those who rest in honor there. The lush green grass at Arlington shimmers in the morning sun as pure white crosses seem to glow, sentinels in perfect row.
Everyone who lives and breathes wonders at the sight of these, who gave to us a gift beyond compare. Thank God for those who rest in honor there. Home of the eternal flame, of humble heroes without name, whose graves are guarded day and night, keeping memory burning bright. Those who gave so much for us bravely said, in God we trust. Now they are safe in His eternal care. Thank God for those who rest in honor there. Our nation's flag now takes the breeze, waving over all of these, and heaven smiles upon each silent one, as morning softly breaks on Arlington. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you, veterans. Thanks.